Okay, Ashleigh, you can go next.
Most recent film that I watched, I managed to fit one in between editing my show, and it's a 2019 film called Extracurricular Activities. I was especially drawn to it because nobody was talking about it. I was like, yes.
Yeah, I've not heard of this.
It came out, I believe it had a release in January, but I don't think it was released in cinemas or anything like that. It seems like an independent type film. It's directed by Jay Lowi, and it's about this high school student who is getting paid by his fellow students to assassinate their parents. And
Okay.
it's like, it's a comedy thriller. It's not in your face comedy. It's very subtle comedy, which makes everything a little bit more easier to watch. Like, you can reflect on the fact that people are getting killed, but there's no blood, there's no guts, there's no gore, there's nothing like that. So you don't watch someone you die and you go, oh my god, holy shit. You're more like, yeah, they had that coming. It's that kind of thing. And then there's the detective who's more of a disgrace detective, and he's so certain this kid's a serial killer, and everybody's like, he's like the nicest kid you could ever meet. You're fucking mad. And he's like, no, but I know it's him. And the kid's totally screwing with him, and he's just like, I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell you, but that's really unfortunate that you think I'm a killer. I'm so sorry. And it's this cat and mouse thing, and then it doesn't have just one plot twist, it has two at the end, which it's a bit unusual for a film to have more than one, but it just makes all the events up till then even more interesting, because I've in my review I called the kid, I've declared him Reverse Columbo because of his methods, because I used to watch Columbo, and one of the brilliant things about him is that at the start of every episode he instantly knew right off the bat who was the killer, and then it just was the entire episode was him trying to figure out how they committed the crime and then to prove how they committed the crime so that then he can arrest them. Whereas this kid, all these kids hire him, and upon hiring him they also have to provide proof that their parents are complete shit parents, like scum of the earth, because if they're decent parents he's not gonna touch them. He's like, no, sorry, they have to be deadbeats, that's the rule. And he gives them an envelope with a piece of paper and instructs them not to open it until the deed is done, and the piece of paper basically has time, date, and method of how the person will die. And so when they open it, they're like, how did you do that? That is so crazy. He's like, I can tell, but he does it. It happens at the end, and it's just, I'm just like, dude, how do you keep doing this? This is actually really cool, because he never kills the same person the same way twice. It's all very catered to the specific victim, and it's an interesting film where you're rooting for the serial killer to get away with it, because he's killing off shitty people, and you're like, no love lost, everybody's better off without them anyway. So it's just like, I love this kid, he's so good. And funny enough, the kid, the guy who plays our serial killer actually appears in Captain Marvel.
Oh.
I believe he's in the flashback sequences, and I think he plays Carol Danvers' brother in her flashbacks.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So I was just, and he also here on Supernatural. He also in flashbacks. I think he was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So either way, I was just like, I know I've seen, but either way, I found the film absolutely fantastic, riveting. I wasn't sure what I was going to get out of it, and I ended up giving it 5 out of 5. Like, if at the end of the year, it's definitely going on my top 10 for 2019.
I need to find that film.
Yeah.
So good.
I've never even heard of it before as well, which is, it's always annoying when there's a film that like is that good that just isn't being spoken about.
I also have different tastes to other people, so chances are what I think is amazing, someone else is going to watch and go, that was utter shit. But then again, I'll watch something they like and I'm like, well, that was... So yeah. I just like that it stands out as being different. It's not doing the same thing that all these other films are doing. It has a certain unique charm. And I find that so appealing, because if you're going to watch like an independent film and it's just trying to copy all the same shit the big blockbusters are doing, I'm bored. But if you've got a certain quirk to you and I'm just like, oh, okay, I see you, then I'm much more impressed.
Fair enough. That sounds good.